Hello guys, welcome. My name is Dylan, aka Zadar from the Orphans campaign, and I am featuring
a pineapple under the sea.
There! That's it! Sebi or...
I cannot do this. I'm so tired.
He'll be fine.
Bitch, where?
So, we're going to be reviewing the spoilers for the up-and-coming set Dominaria. We are covering March 12th and March 21st of the spoilers. So, to start things off, we have the Saga Enchantment Phyrexian Scriptures for 2 black and 2 Karlis. As it enters the battlefield, and after your draw step, you add a lore counter, and then you sacrifice it after you have 3 lore counters on it. For the first lore counter, you put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature, and that creature becomes an artifact in addition to other types. For the second lore, you destroy all non-artifact creatures, and then for the third one, you exile all cards from all opponents' graveyards. I personally... Affinity. I could see it played in Standard as a way to get around Scarab God decks.
Scarab God?
God.
Dodd?
Scarab God? Scarab God.
There you go.
Decks. Anyways. It could be pretty good in Commander.
How is it going to get around Scarab God decks?
Well, Scarab God relies on creatures being in the graveyard.
Really?
It's the one that you
That's
can
the
reanimate.
black-blue one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his ability, reanimate. I was thinking
Yeah,
about the
format.
zombie. I was gonna say his upkeep trigger is just making more zombies.
Nope.
Yes.
You scry X and your opponents lose X life for X amount of zombies you control.
Oh no, I'm thinking about the Liliana emblem.
Yep.
Got it. They're played in the same decks. There's like 4 ofs in both decks.
Liliana rotated out.
Well, the last time I played Standard.
Fair enough. The Scarab God's 4-mana ability, you exile a creature from a graveyard and create a token of it, except for it's a 4/4 zombie.
Oh, so you're just like eternalizing?
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's any creature. So it sees plays in a lot of control decks.
I can definitely see that maybe being like a one of in like an affinity sideboard though.
Yeah.
Because destroy all non-artifact creatures. What does that say to your opponent? Scoop once this hits too.
Yeah.
You know? It's just all my stuff is artifacts. What are you gonna do about it? Go right ahead. Target it. Waste your removal spell that you could be using on my Steel Overseer, my Ravager, heck, even Signal Pest. On that.
Yeah.
That is... And once you play it, it's a +1/+1 counter on something.
I could see it being tested in Affinity.
Yeah. At the very least, like a one of in sideboards. I can see it maybe finding a home, you know, depending on who's playing.
Like straight up black-blue Affinity deck. Like,
what do you mean, black?
The old Tezzeret.
Tezzerator?
Yeah.
Even past that, just the normal Affinity, because it's Glimmer Voids, it's Spires of Industry, it's Mox Opals. You got access to your colored mana.
But I could see it, like, more of them, more copies of them being
absolutely,
played in those builds.
Yeah.
Next up we have Knight of Grace. It is a 2/2 for 2, 1 white and a Karlis. Human Knight with first strike and hexproof from black. This is one of the 2 creatures that we see the hexproof from a color cycle. I don't know if we're going to see any more, but the creature can't be the target of black spells or abilities your opponents control, and it gets +1/+0 as long as any player controls a black permanent. I feel like it's really great in limited.
Yeah.
I don't see it being played outside of limited.
Night deck, maybe? You know, the white tribal knight decks because
Yeah.
like there are a lot of decks like I don't know Jund, stuff like that. You know those super fringe, not great, but hexproof from black. That means a lot. But
it would be good against Jund, but there's better options like Mirroring
oh,
Crusader,
absolutely.
who has protection from black and not just hexproof.
All right, you're playing black white. I want to do something with it. My card's black, hexproof, not protection.
Protection
It gives-
also.
Protection makes it so that it just can't be targeted in general. Hexproof means that you can target it with your black spells.
Fair enough. I guess it depends on.
It
what
really
builds you
depends
are.
on your build, and I like the
Yeah.
way it says any player, which means you're playing black white. Your black permanents make it a 3/2,
Yeah.
and a 3/2 for with first strike for 2 mana isn't terrible. Like even that alone, without the hexproof ability, even though it's pretty restrictive, I mean it's still decent.
Yeah.
You know, like I can definitely see like sealed. You pull the Knight of Grace and oh shoot, what's the other one?
We'll
know,
get
black
to that later.
Yeah, but if you pull those two and you can slap them on the field, that's
Yeah.
that's a lot. Considering they're 2 mana, you can do that really early too.
Also, it's an uncommon for anyone that's looking for popper
No
playbles.
popper.
Next up, we have Kelvin Overseer, who is a 3/1 for 3 mana, 2 Karlis and a red, with a kicker of 4, 3 Karlis and a red, human warrior at common, with haste, and when it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, gain control of target creature until end of turn, untap that creature, and it gains haste until end of turn.
Yeah.
So, a
Limited bomb.
limited bombs.
That's it.
Yeah,
It's not gonna see play in standard. Definitely not good enough to see any
modern play.
modern. If we're no vintage, no legacy,
maybe
no nothing.
fringe popper.
Is it a common? Yeah,
It's
it's
a common.
All right, it's this set settle is kind of hard to tell commons from uncommons.
Yeah, Wizards have been doing that lately.
I mean, they look really cool. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. It's just it from a distance. It's
I
kinda hard
honestly
to
would
tell.
prefer it if the colors were inverted, where the black filled up the inside and then the white was the outline for commons.
That'd be interesting.
But yeah, a seal bomb and possible popper play.
Watch, somebody's just gonna like play that in like a human's tribal and like a GP, and just go, oh yeah, this is nice. I don't know.
But
Tarmogoyf.
the kicker cost is.
Yeah, I know. That's the point. I cannot tell you how many times I've been beaten by just humans out of left field. Like, the one from Avacyn, I think it's Avacyn Resort. It's either Avacyn Resort or Dark Ascension. It's 3 mana for, I think, a 3/1 where it enters the battlefield. It deals damage to target player equal to the number of humans that you control. Like, okay. Kill my Sahili as I'm about to go off. I didn't want that.
I just don't see Overseer being played in humans because
Oh, no, absolutely not.
it's a 3/1 for 3 with a kicker that's too expensive for the ability.
I know, but Dylan, did you ever see humans coming here? Like last year, if I had, well, humans, I guess, was picking up popularity
Yeah.
last year? 2 years ago.
Oh.
If I brought up the humans to you, you go, that's terrible. Like a human tribal deck, that's not doable. But
I mean, not really because I'm a brewer, you're a brewer.
yes, I'm a brewer, Dylan. I made Sahili Felidar work in Modern. 4/1.
Okay, well, let's continue to the next spoiler.
Yeah.
And this one I'm actually excited about for this video because it looks like it will be a popper bomb.
Yeah.
Vicious Offering for 2 mana, 1 in a black instant with a kicker of sacrifice a creature. Without kicking it, target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. But if you do kick it, that creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn instead. Great for popper. It kills pretty much everything in the format. It will most likely see standard play.
Yeah.
maybe modern play sideboard in a token deck.
Alright, token deck I'll give you, but past that.
Maybe black-white tokens could use it, or
Honestly-
or Mardu Pyromancer.
Mardu Pyromancer's just more popular,
Yeah.
honestly. I think it sucks that black-white tokens isn't more popular.
Any
like that deck.
other formats you could see this being?
Formats, no, but a deck, possibly red-black Reanimator and Pauper, because you don't really care.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, okay, cool, I'll sack it. Oh no, it's back. Whoops.
Fair enough.
Oh, did I just kill your blocker? Whoops.
Also, we have to keep in mind the new format that Wizards is trying to push, Brawl.
I have not read a single thing about Brawl.
Brawl is the standard version of Commander, where you
Yeah.
have 60 card decks, and any Planeswalker in Standard can be your commander.
Huh.
So far, when I was looking, the top 3 decks are Hipatra, Nico Bolas, God Pharaoh,
Yeah.
and Brawl.
Wow. God Pharaoh.
Who would have known?
Whoa!
Yeah.
No way!
Let's go to... It will see playing Brawl,
Yeah.
obviously. It's pretty good.
Mm.
Especially for a standard format.
Alright, if we're being honest, half the cards in here are probably going to see Brawl play just because Brawl is such a restricted card pool.
Fair enough.
You know?
Next up, we have Sapling Migration for 2 mana, 1 and a green with a kicker of 4 mana. Create 2/1/1 green Sapling creature tokens. If the spell is kicked, create 4 of those tokens instead.
Yeah.
Limited.
Like, the only thing that I could truly see it in would be...
Polymorph.
Yeah, but even then, like,
It's
the
too slow for
kicker's
polymorph,
expensive. You got, what is it, Sprout Swarm? With
Sprout Swarm that has
it's
buyback
2 with
and,
Buyback 3. The buyback is cheaper and
buyback
convoke.
and convoke, yeah.
Which means you start making tokens, eventually you're going to reach a point. You're tapping your tokens to play it and buy it back.
Yeah.
There's really no losing in that situation.
And then once again, Brawl, because it's such a limited card pool. that Any token deck is going to want to play it.
Of course.
Next up, we have Academy Drake, who is a 2/2 with flying for 3, 2 and a blue with a kicker of 4. If it was kicked as it enters the battlefield, it enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, or as you cast it.
Limited.
Limited. It's also a common.
Yeah, still.
It could see
Pauper can do
play
that.
in Paupertron as a one-of.
Still, Pauper can do better than that.
Well, it's a decent flyer for the deck.
Decent's putting it...
It's
Like-
vaguely saying decent. It's okay.
Yeah, okay is a better word to use it. Like, honestly, there's better. There's better out there.
Like, if you're going against a deck that is strong on the ground and your horror cannot go past that wall, you probably just want to play Academy Drake to fly over.
Yeah.
I don't know. Haven't really paid too much attention on Pauper lately. Next up we have Guardians of Kolya of Koilos. 4/4 for 5 colorless mana. Artifact creature construct at common. When it enters the battlefield, you may return another target historic permanent you control to its owner's hand. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are all historic.
This one I can see more playing Pauper.
Pauper, yeah. Especially for eggs.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the historic mechanic in general?
I mean, it's a new mechanic. It's pretty cool, but you know, I don't. Like, it's a new mechanic that people are gonna work around. You know.
Yeah.
It's just.
I like how it has artifacts as well.
Well, yeah.
because that means some of the historic cards can see more play in artifact-based decks.
Yeah.
So it's not just limited to playing a lot of legendaries,
Mm-hmm.
well, legendary creatures and planeswalkers.
What if I have a legendary artifact saga? What are you gonna do about it? They should do that. I just want to see that for shits and giggles. It is, and they should name it. They should have historic in the name of it. That'd be great.
It should be about the mending.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Or
you guys, it's,
something about
Wizards get
Ugin.
to it.
Something about Ugin.
Eugene!
Okay. Next up, we have another card that's based on historic spells. Sarah Disciple, a 1/1 for 2, 1 and a white, with flying and first strike bird cleric at common. Whenever you cast a historic spell, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn.
Historic prowess.
Yeah, historic prowess.
Yeah.
Limited and possibly popper.
I don't know.
Maybe
like,
standard.
The historic prowess. It's hard to work around.
I mean, Shramos,
You're,
because artifacts do count. All the
you're
zero
also
drops.
screwing with your efficiency
True.
at that point.
Yeah.
You don't want something you're gonna swing in with. You want something. You just want a grape shot.
Yeah.
Like maybe sideboard, because then people tend to bring in ley lines, you know.
Yeah.
But then at that point, a better sideboard option would just be empty the warrens.
Or winter, yeah. To take out anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, most likely sealed and popper.
Mm.
Next up we have Urza's Ruinous Blast. Interesting mechanic. It's a legendary sorcery. For 5 mana, you may cast a legendary sorcery only if you control a legendary creature or a planeswalker.
Mm.
And its ability is that you exile all non-land permanents that aren't legendary.
Yeah.
Standard, definitely.
Yeah.
Limited, it's going to be difficult to tell how easy it is to pull off a legendary sorcery in limited. I know.
I mean, it's gonna
I
be
know they're saying that you're
pretty
guaranteed
easy.
a legendary every pack.
Yeah, which
but
means
once again, it depends on
legendary
if you're-
tribal.
It depends on if you're able to land it on the field, land your legendary creatures on the field, and keep them there until you can cast it.
Yeah.
I could see it being played in Commander under Saskia. The 4 color that doesn't have
The
blue.
human.
Legendary tribal.
Sisse.
Sisse 90. Yeah, Sisse as well.
Why not just make it true legendary tribal and go fetch out your legendaries?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, maybe. Like, I wish it said, wait, does it? Yeah, that does say Planeswalker. That could definitely work in, like, an attractive super fast.
Attracts, yeah.
Like, that's a maybe, though. Like,
But it's also all non-land permanents that aren't legendary. Which hurts any pillow for.
yeah, that is all non-land. That's not just creatures. Yeah.
Yeah.
That... I don't know. I mean, it could be good. It also could just be straight trash.
Yeah, I see this being played in Standard,
Mm.
Commander, and really nothing else.
In the other formats, you gotta wait and see how it shapes out.
Yeah.
Cause like, I don't know. Weird shit happens in Legacy and Vintage. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Grizzlebrand, Stormcount 2.
Don't bring that up to me, man.
It's gonna happen.
I lost to that deck.
Yeah, I know you did. That's the funny part.
I was playing a combo deck.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I had no forces.
That's the best part.
So next up, we have another Saga enchantment, the Flame of Keld, which is 2 mana, a red and 1. For the first mode, you discard your hand.
Mm.
For the second mode, you draw 2 cards. And for the third mode, if a red source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player this turn, it deals that much damage plus 2 to that permanent or player instead. Mardu Pyro.
Pyromancer. Maybe. That's the only place that I could ever see it.
In Modern.
Really in Modern, yeah. Ramanop Red, though. Like, that could...
Yeah,
That could be a giant slap to the face.
at this point you can't even call it Remnant Red. It's
Yeah.
red beatdowns. Goblins. Goblins has seen...
They need a lord. If
They-
goblins get a lord,
Yeah.
there you go. But you need that plus
But
1/+1.
Siege Gain is definitely going in mono red.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's Siege Gain.
Yeah.
Of course.
Enough said. Next up, this card has been talked about a lot. Mostly because you can't get it regularly in a pack. It's a pre-order special. It is Firesong and Sunspeaker, a 4/6 for 6 mana, a red, white, and 4 Karlis, legendary creature, Minotaur Cleric. Red instant sorcery spells you control have lifelink, while white instant sorcery spells that cause you to gain life, this creature deals 3 damage to target creature or player. So, Helix says basically,
Deal 6, gain 6. Yeah.
no, deal 6, deal 9, gain 6.
Why are you dealing 9?
It gains lifelink, and then you gain another 3.
Well, you're not dealing 9, you're gaining 9.
No, so
You said deal 9, gain 6. It'll be deal 6, gain 9.
no, because you deal 3.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so with
Red have lifelink, yes.
Yes.
So you gain your 3 from that.
and then that triggers because it's also a white spell, which deals 3 damage. But you also have the gain 3 life because it's a separate clause to the spell.
Judge.
I already talked to our local judge. It's true.
It's not dealing 9, it's dealing 6. But you're gaining 9. You said deal 9, gain 6.
Deal 9, gain 6.
What?
Because it's the creature that deals the additional 6.
Where are you getting 6 from?
Whenever a white instant sorcery spell causes you to gain life, this creature deals 3 damage to target creature or player.
It's 3 damage. Plus 3 from Helix.
For each instant that you gain life. From a
You-
white instant
You're
sorcery.
doing
You
6 damage!
You gain life twice.
Dude, gaining life does not have any effect on what we are talking about. We are talking about dealing damage, not gaining life.
So, excuse me. So basically, what he's saying is you cast it,
Yeah.
it deals 3 damage to their face,
You gain
triggers
3 from
lifelink,
the
you
lifelink.
gain 3
Yeah.
from lifelink. Then, because it's a white spell, it triggers, deals 3 more damage.
And then the separate
then-
clause of gaining an additional 3 deals an additional 3.
Yep.
So you deal 9, gain 6.
Okay, cool. And response path. Problem solved.
I'm just...
Problem solved! Problem solved. Tell me where you're gonna pay 6 mana for a deck in Modern, though. Like,
I was just saying that's basically what the card reads.
no, the card reads path me. I think you have dyslexia. That is... You don't let that sit. You lose the game if you let that sit.
I mean, you generally lose the game if you let any bomb sit. And since this is a pre-order, we can't even say it's limited playable because you can't play in limited unless you play in a cube. Commander, definitely.
Yeah.
Brawl, definitely.
Yeah.
Standard.
Standard maybe. Modern,
Maybe
no.
There's probably some decks that will play it.
Modern is a no, just because of the fact.
It's 6 mana.
Yeah. You tell me a deck where you can land and protect a 6 mana creature.
Just Guy Control.
Yeah. At what mana? 9? 10?
Yeah.
You're going to want to run 1 tops. It's not going to be useful.
Fair enough. Next up, we have the first impressive reprint because Wizards, more importantly Mark Rosewater, said that they wouldn't reprint this. Llanowar Elves. A 1/1 for 1 green Elf Druid at common. You tap it to add green.
Pretty sure everybody knows what a Llanowar Elves is.
Gotta discuss just in case. Because there might be people who are new to Magic.
Well, if you're new to Magic, Llanowar Elves is good. Just learn that. Just learn that. It's just good. It's good.
Oh no, man! I'd probably rather have Birds of Paradise. No.
Noble Hierarch. If we're throwing money at the game, Noble Hierarch. Why not? You know what? No! Let's not get Noble Hierarch. Let's get the promo Noble Hierarch. Let's just throw money, Dylan. Yeah, let's just throw money at it.
You good?
Money!
Okay, so Llanowar Elves is a reprint, so it's gonna be played where it's being played right now. Yes, thank you, businessman.
You're welcome.
It also has a new art.
Yeah.
What do you think
It's
about
not
the new art?
terrible. It's not terrible.
Do you like it more than the others?
Honestly, I haven't seen the other ones in a while. I haven't played against the elves in
Fair
a
enough.
while. I don't. The one that I can clearly recall is like the alpha beta, and honest to God, I like the alpha beta more.
Pull up open house promos here.
Oh my God. Yeah. The open house promo is definitely good.
Yeah.
That's an art I like.
Speaking of promos, let's go to the store championship promos. Steel Leaf Champion, a 5/4 for 3 green.
Well, I mean what was it?
It can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less.
What's the Baloth and mono green Stompy? It's
Uh,
not rampaging Baloth, is it? No.
No.
Leatherback.
Baloth.
Yeah.
It's a better version of
Yeah.
Leatherback.
Yeah, no, it's just gonna get Leatherback's replaced.
Yep.
That card just goes bye.
And we could
Go.
see if people a fringe playing modern with elves.
I don't know. You really. Yeah. I mean that block
Like, I
by
don't
power 2 or less is
this-
kind of nice.
This creature is going to see a lot of fringe modern play. It's going to see a lot of
I
standard
wouldn't
play.
say a lot of French modern play. I definitely say French modern play. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to see. It will probably see standard play.
Absolutely. Dylan, it's a 3 mana 5/4 that you can play on turn 2 because you have a 1 mana dork. It's seeing standard play. Worst case
But
scenario.
we just don't know what decks yet.
Yeah, I know, but like seriously, worst case scenario. Oh no, I cast it on turn 3. Whoops.
It's basically.
It's
it's
a
basically
3
Siege
mana
Rhino.
5/4. We don't discuss Siege
We all know his stand play on con standard, I guess.
Rhino. I never played Con Standard.
It was, to me, it was so good. I liked it.
Honestly, I started playing Standard at like Battle. Hit my Standard peak during Kaladesh when I made my Mardu Reanimator.
And then fell
Yeah, I fell off because I made a huge mistake and was just like, nope, I'm done with Standard. Lost, what was it, the Standard Showdown due to it? I lost that on that
Yep.
playing? Yeah, I lost that on that playing, man.
Alright, next we have Shaunas Essays Legacy. A 0/0 for a green and a white. Legendary creature, human warrior at uncommon. It's going to be a theme for this set. There's a lot of legendaries. It can't be the target of abilities your opponents control.
Wait. Hang on.
Just abilities, and it gets +1/+1 for each creature you control.
Well, no, it's just the set that's introducing a mechanic that plays around legendaries is gonna have a lot of legendaries in it. I know you do. That's what makes us
For
great.
a card that is supposed to keep Sessay's legacy, I don't think I still have
You
Sessay's.
suck.
Thank you.
She also gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. I don't think you mentioned that. Although
I did
Okay. I mean,
before you decide to be sarcastic.
so before I was born.
Okay.
I mean, I
Limited.
like the. Well, that's the thing, though. I really, really, really like the fact that that's the voice elemental token.
Basically, yeah.
That's a protected voice elemental token. Like if you're going in like a green white stompy 1 or 2, just because that voice elemental token is ridiculously valuable. Like, and even just you can't target me with abilities. That's better than nothing.
Yeah.
It's something.
Lore wise, I'm not a huge fan of it.
I haven't kept up with the lore. I've been way too busy.
Well, more like how the card is built up. It's supposed to be Sessay's legacy. Like,
Well, you better do better in the next set because you're sucking right now.
as far as I remember, Dominaria is just going to be a 1 set.
Seriously?
Yep, 1
Really?
set block.
Huh.
And then the next set is a core set.
Woo! Corsets!
Based off Bolas
Yeah.
and his group of baddies.
Corset.
Relzeric, Vraska.
Ooh, Rao.
Yep,
I'd
Rail's
like to see Rao.
Rail's hopefully coming back. He's a part. He's been confirmed as part of the group in the lore.
Part of the group.
Yes. Tezzeret. Yay.
Part of the butt buddies.
Okay. Let's carry on to another.
Hey, why
reprint.
don't you want to talk about the butt buddies anymore?
Let's-
What you got against the butt buddies? You want to talk about the butt buddies?
Shall we go?
Butt buddies!
Okay.
Alright, our next one. Because butt buddy over here doesn't want to speak. Opt. 1 blue mana. Instant. Scry 1. You know? Just look at the top card of your library. You can put it on the top or the bottom. Draw a card. I really like the new art. Because, you know, who doesn't want a man standing in front of a giant statue of himself? If that doesn't say inflated ego, I don't know what does.
We are talking about Teferi.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, ego.
Yeah.
Dude,
that man looks pissed in those. The
I
cardboard
know
cutouts. He's what? Like, seriously.
I've lost my city because of my own actions.
Ugh. I have repercussions for my own actions. I'm gonna throw a tantrum.
Urza's gone and it's all my fault. I wasn't there to help.
Daddy, no!
Now I must join the Gatewatch to.
Atone for my sins.
I like and don't like that Opt is in the set.
I mean, yeah, it's a.
I
pretty
like
close
that
group.
they are keeping it in the standard rotation after the fall, but I don't like that it was so soon.
Honestly, I do. Like, I don't like that it was so soon, but I like that the fact that it was printed here. It makes sense.
Like the first reprint was 2 sets ago.
Yeah, I know. Wizards has done weirder stuff.
And it's slowly turning into a modern staple.
Yeah, it's good. Like, it's really good. That's an instant speed scry draw. You don't get much. It doesn't really come better than that, at least with modern legality.
Let's go to the next instant. A black and cast down a black and 1, destroy target non-legendary creature.
I think it's gonna see modern play. People are gonna take out Go for the Throat and put that in. As long as legendaries don't overtake the format, that's going in. Go for the Throat's coming out because affinity. You
Yeah.
now hit your affinity targets. That makes that a huge bonus.
Yeah.
It is go for the throat that I'm thinking of, right?
Yep. Go
Yeah.
for a throat. One thing that I could debate about keeping Go for a Throat for certain decks is that when you're playing Go for the Throat, it's mostly for your mirror match. In, for example, Soul Tie, where you don't want to face against Tassiger, Gurmag Angler, where like your pushes, your abrupt decays don't hit them.
Yeah. But honestly, what are you gonna do against affinity in those decks? You got your artifact. You got your Nature's Claim. Pick one.
Yeah, Nature's Claim, abrupt decay.
Yeah, pick two. It's not.
Pulse.
Yeah, your pulses will hit something if I've got multiples.
Yeah. Which normally in Affinity you have multiple Ravagers out on the field by
Well,
time
yeah,
that you
but-
kill.
Yeah, but you got Maelstrom Pulse targeting the Ravager. In response, counters disperse everywhere.
Yeah.
Your target doesn't even exist anymore.
Let's go to the first land that was spoiled. Zolfiran Void.
Yeah, you got that right.
When it enters battlefield, scry 1, and you can tap dead Karlis.
A lot more powerful than it looks.
Yeah.
Notice the lack of this land enters the battlefield tapped.
Modern play,
Woo! Absolutely.
Eldrazi decks.
Absolutely.
I love the art, and I also love the flavor text.
I like the promo too.
The wind whispers, "Come home," but I cannot.
Ha! Sucks! Sucks to suck, doesn't it? This dude's just trying to make a day better.
Yeah.
And I'm just over here pissing on his parade. Like usual.
Next we have an interesting legendary creature. Zahid, Jinn of the Lamp.
Hey, you got it.
A 5/6 for 6. 2 blue and 4 mana. Yeah, I practiced that name for
You did?
Yeah.
You did? I knew it!
Like Zahid. I was trying to pronounce it correctly the entire time.
I can like see you sweating as you see it the first time, like, oh god.
Zahid.
Some of these names are like a dyslexic's worst nightmare.
It is. It's kind of like Theros when it comes to pronouncing names.
Oh. Yeah.
You may pay 4 mana of blue and 3 Karlis and tap an untapped artifact you control, rather than pay this spell's mana cost to cast it, and it has flying.
Ooh, spooky.
Standard? Playable?
Standard, yeah, probably because all the shoot. Do they have a specific like designated name? The artifacts that flip into lands. Like I think they're just the flip cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. But those, like, come on. If
Yeah.
you're not using it, it's whoops. Here's my 4 mana 5/6 with flying.
Tap Dousing
Whoops.
Dagger.
Oh.
Bring it out.
Yeah.
Equip Dousing Dagger. Swing. Turn into.
Oh no!
Lost
I
veil.
tapped my equipment. Oh no! I tapped my treasure token for mana and didn't have to sack it.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You,
Brawl playable. Commander playable in mono blue artifact decks.
yeah, I can see it in a
Like
Padim.
Muzio.
Padim.
Padim.
Yeah, Padim. Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't know. We didn't touch on the opt promo, but that's pretty. Cause
Oh yeah,
like
promo.
the opt promo, like that really reminds me
Was
of
it
the
truly full art, or does it
signature-
have?
You want me to look it up?
Yeah.
All right.
Insert it here.
There.
Yeah.
It looks
the,
so much like the signature spellbook.
Yeah.
I love
When
it.
you first were talking about it, you said full art, so I was just like,
I did not say
What?
full art. That was Colin.
okay. Well, our producer said full art.
Oh.
But yeah, I like the signature spellbook tone to it.
Yeah, that is nice.
I'm
I'm definitely gonna
What
get those.
promo is that for, though?
F&M.
F&M?
Woo! F&M promos are back, and they're good.
Yes.
Thank you, Wizards, for no longer doing tokens.
No, see, that's the thing. I want
Though the
good
The
tokens.
city's blessing token with the elemental
Yeah.
was pretty good.
See, they need to just
They print tokens, please, but print tokens
They're good.
wisely. You know, do it.
Ones that people
Do-
want. Like the
One
unstable.
white spirit.
The unstable,
dude.
like,
Those
tokens.
are all. That's all I'm gonna ever use for my voice.
Yeah.
Thrag Tuscan voice.
Alright. That's it for March 12th to the 21st. For Dominaria spoilers, like, comment, subscribe.
Dude, it is past my bedtime.
We will we will be coming out with more spoilers reviews.
Bye.
See you next time.